Thomas, you're on.
What?
You have a Champions League final preview to do.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, okay. So Barcelona versus Ajax?
No, it's Liverpool versus Tottenham.
What you mean, Liverpool and Tottenham? We're not doing the third place match here. Liverpool lost in the first leg. Tottenham lost 45 minutes ago. What you mean? It's
Liverpool won
versus
4-0.
Tottenham. How on earth? That's not even functionally possible. How on earth have Liverpool beat Barcelona 4-0?
Tottenham won 3-2.
Tottenham beat them 3-2. Lucas Moura scored a hat trick. Okay. Screw it. This is a Liverpool-Tottenham preview. Okay. Anyway, guys, welcome back to another video. I'm T-Soccer Analysis. Today, we'll be previewing the Champions League final. People, Liverpool and Tottenham will be hunting and winning to get that trophy right there. If they can win it, I'm not sure who's going to do it. But we'll just wait and see. First, we'll start off with the Tottenham line. We'll start with Lloris in the goal. Lloris is in the goal. Vertonghen and Sanchez. It could be Vertonghen and Alderweireld. Sanchez or Alderweireld. It could also just be Vertonghen Sanchez. That is very key right there, because they're gonna have to deal with Firmino, Salah, and Mane, while Serge Aurier and Ben Davies are pushing up. So they're going to have to deal with them quite well. Davies and Aurier could also switch out with Trippier and Danny Rose. Could do any combination of those four fullbacks. It's just depending on which one's more capable of defending Salah or Mane, and who's going to push up an attack and create some goal-scoring opportunities. Ali and Dyer. Dyer is probably going to start. Or it could also be Victor Wanyama or Sissoko. Those are very key, because they're going to have to deal with Firmino dropping back. They're going to deal with Henderson, Milner, Wijnaldum, anyone who's playing midfield for Liverpool. Lamela Ali could move up to where Lamela is right now, and Lamela could be replaced with Sissoko or Wanyama. Son and Eriksen are a very key part. Kane has been injured for a couple of weeks. He's going to start, but Son has been key for Tottenham in later games. They might start Lucas Moura just to save Kane for those final minutes. Eriksen is just going to supply the ball anywhere. He can also shoot whenever he wants. That's Fabinho's job right there. And we have Firmino, Salah, and Mane up top. That is very key, very key. Whoever is marking them for Tottenham has to stay with their man. They always interchange, and it's always super hard. That's why they're one of the top attacks. Mane and Salah have both scored more than 25 goals this season in all competitions for Liverpool. Firmino is just a great guy, supplying the ball, winning the headers, being a good, constant pressure. They have Wijnaldum, Fabinho, and Henderson. Fabinho and Henderson will probably play as a pivot or holding mid. They're going to be tasked with holding up Eriksen. Eriksen is one of the key attacks for Tottenham, so that is very key for them to lock their main up. Wijnaldum is going to play as a cam, and he's going to explore and try to beat Dyer or whoever's playing that holding mid for Tottenham in that position. He's just going to be there. Then you have Robertson, and Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold and Robertson are the best fullbacks at supplying the ball. You can question their defending ability, but they can cross it. Robertson has the most defender assists in the Premier League, probably anywhere. And then Alexander-Arnold is just always a threat with his crosses and set pieces and corners. Hence, the reason why they beat Barcelona was because of Alexander-Arnold's sneaky corner kick. Then you have Van Dijk and Matip. Matip could also switch with the greatest defender in the world, Dejan Lovren. Dejan Lovren is a very key player. Well, I don't know. It just depends on who's willing to start there. Could also be Joe Gomez. But then Van Dijk is the key player in this. He's going to be tasked with holding up Son, Ali, Harry Kane. Whoever's being the striker, that's his man. It's very hard to dribble past him. He's possibly the greatest defender in the world right now, the best defender in the world. And then you have Alisson in the back. Alisson has been a pretty decent keeper for Liverpool. Besides the shaky start, he's been quite calm. Now you have the key matchups. Salah and Mane versus the defense. I would think Salah and Mane have the upper hand here because they have Firmino and Wijnaldum to supply them. The defense, it's going to be kind of hard because Aurier and the fullbacks are wanting to push up and get in the attack like Alexander-Arnold and Robertson for Liverpool. But that means Salah, Mane, and Firmino are free against two defenders and a goalkeeper. I would think Salah and Mane would win that matchup. So I'm going to give it to Salah and Mane. Son versus Arnold, Alexander-Arnold. Well, it depends on where Son plays. He could play versus Virgil and Van Dijk. It just depends on how they're doing it. Alexander-Arnold is a key pusher-upper. Well, I don't know. Fullback, crosser of the ball for them. And they're going to be wanting to have that upper hand in the matchup. So Alexander-Arnold's going up no matter what. Nothing's going to stop him. It's just, it depends. It's up to Lovren or Matip to cover Son. And then Alexander-Arnold's just got to go back, sprint back. I would say Son has the upper hand in this matchup. Kane versus Virgil van Dijk. Kane has been injured after his ankle injury versus Man City. Yeah, Man City, where his ankle has just been blown out. So, and then versus Virgil van Dijk, who's been always healthy. He was the player of the year in the Premier League. So, I would give it to Virgil van Dijk there. Virgil van Dijk's just going to have to be physical and against Kane. If Son plays striker, Virgil van Dijk's just got to cover because Son is faster than him. But if Son gets the ball to feet and Virgil van Dijk applies pressure, Son won't win that. Fabinho versus Eriksen. It just depends on who's controlling the middle in this game. If Fabinho controls this game in the midfield, then Liverpool is highly likely to win, or else it will be a huge upset if Tottenham wins. Eriksen is a great midfielder, great presence. I don't know if he's a great cam. It's going to be up for those other midfielders around him and around Fabinho to help control the middle and balance it out. Now we go pitch side with our very own sideline reporter at the Metropolitano, the Atletico Madrid Stadium, and we give it away to Gamer Not Known.
Hi guys, I'm Gamer Not Known. I'm wearing my usual attire. It's going to be quite a good matchup between Tottenham and Liverpool. They could have just stayed home and played in England, but no, they're playing in the Metropolitano. It's quite hot here in Spain, and I don't know what they're going to do. I don't expect anyone to wear long sleeves. Both managers are super hyped. Pochettino is more calm and collected, but Jurgen Klopp's always bustling. At his press conference, that was very key. He was utmost and very excited for Liverpool and Tottenham. Thank you. Now we're sending it back to the studio.
Thank you, Gamer Not Known, for that lovely pitch side interview. Now I'll be going in the Tottenham form. The Tottenham has not been performing well, except for that Ajax game. They've only won 2 games in their last 7 appearances. Or 3 games in the last 9 games. They lost to West Ham They lost to Ajax in the first leg of the semifinal. And then they lost to Bournemouth. They had 2 red cards that game. So once they conceded that second yellow card, it was quite tough. But then they pulled it out late in the bag. They beat Ajax. Lucas Moura had a hat trick. We'll see if he starts or not. And then on the final day of the Premier League, they tied Everton 2-2. We don't know how this is going to reflect on Tottenham. Depends. I don't know how they're going to perform. The form hasn't been great except for that win against Ajax. So let's hope they turn around if you're a Tottenham fan. Because if they play like they've played against Bournemouth, West Ham, first game of Ajax, first half of the second game of Ajax, somewhat of Everton, then they're going to be in trouble. Especially if Liverpool's having a good day. But now we go on to the Liverpool form. They've lost 1 game in their last 13 games. Quite an astounding number. And of course, that was the 0-3 defeat against Barcelona. It should have been 1-1 that game. But they blew it thanks to some messy magic. And then, but it doesn't matter because they recovered anyway. The Huddersfield game, they destroyed Huddersfield. They didn't have a chance. Newcastle, they pulled it out of the bag then. In the 90th minute, Divock Origi's always a hero. And then they just absolutely obliterated Barcelona. I am a Barcelona fan, and I was not happy to see that. And then they beat Wolves on the final day, but they still lost. They still lost the Premier League. 97 points. Man City had 98. Bit demoralizing. The history between them. Liverpool won, Tottenham won, tie. Liverpool have both been this season. So if history tells you something, Liverpool is more likely to win. So I don't know what to expect. But history always changes. Now we have the press conference with the managers.
Hi guys, I'm Marino Pochettino, and I think we have the best chance in the world to win this UCL Final. Tottenham's waited a long time for the UCL Final. We haven't won a UCL Final yet. I think we're going to do it this year. We're going to beat Liverpool. We beat them before. 3 years ago, we beat them 4-1. It's absolutely just going to be a smashing. I've had some offers from other clubs to go anywhere else, but I stuck with them. I didn't make any transfer. I didn't sign anyone in the transfer window because I knew we could pull it off with a squad like this. To be fair, we did get a bit lucky. VAR and Lucas Moura, but I think we have the best chance in the world to win this. It's been quite easy. Hello guys, I am Jurgen Klopp. I am gonna win this. We spent 170 million in the transfer window for a reason. Tottenham hasn't got any. How crazy you got to be to do that? I think we're gonna win. We put it out of the bag a lot of times. Be it Barcelona 4-0, possibly the best team in the world right now. But, Tottenham is a formidable opponent, but I don't think we're going to do this. I think we're going to do this. I think we're going to win. Because we got Salah and Mane and Firmino. But we still had Coutinho. So, I don't know. I think we'll have the best chance to win in the world. I think we're going to be great. Absolutely smashing it.
And now we have the match prediction. My glorious face is obviously thinking right there. And I'm thinking in my head right now, who's going to win? My prediction was wrong last time, the Manchester United thing. But But I mean, that game was pretty crazy, so no one could have predicted that. Who do I think is going to win? You may ask. Liverpool. Gonna be bluntly honest. I think Liverpool's going to win. I think it's going to be 3-2. 3-2 is going to be the final score. It's going to be 1-0 in the 30th minute. And then Liverpool is going to grab a other goal in the 50th minute, so that makes it 2-0. Tottenham scores another goal in the 60th minute. Tottenham scores another goal in the 78th minute in 30 seconds. And then Liverpool finishes it off in the 80th minute with a goal by Salah. I don't know, I'm just too good. Liverpool's going to have most of the possession. They're a possession team. Tottenham's going to hope to counterattack Son. Harry Kane's going to hold up the ball, and then they're going to dish it back to Eriksen, and are going to play it through. That's their only game plan. Good luck getting past Virgil van Dijk, though. So that's my prediction. Liverpool's going to win 3-2. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be very interesting. I'm personally cheering for Liverpool, but, you know, got to do what you got to do. I think Liverpool's going to win. And this concludes our presentation, guys, of the UCL Final. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a like down below. Comment down below. What do you think the score is going to be? Who's going to win? Or any other questions or concerns? Subscribe if you haven't already. I've already said this. Thank you guys for watching today's video.